Okay, I'm back. These are dry now. And I have a black Sharpie and a Jelly Roll pen. And I'm going to do some lines and some dots on a few. A lot of times the Jelly Roll, the white, will pick up the color. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I have two ready, so I'm going to go ahead and scribble off. And I'm going to use my little scissors and cut these out. Let me move this out of the way. And I should have done some leaves. I totally didn't think about doing leaves. And I saved the paper scraps so I can make the paper again. If you hear the ambulance, it's because the hospital is just a few minutes away. I wonder one of these little ones. some leaves. And I'm not actually going to paint the leaves, I'm just going to paint the paper and then cut it into leaves. I'm not sure about that color. I think it'll look good though. Glue these down. That's water glue. I like to use a that came out a bit fast. Anyway, I was going to say I like to use a straight pen and get the glue and just kind of rub it on like this. I need to get that big one down first though. I kind of like that one as it is. Leave that for later. everybody, it's Roberta. I'm back. I have finished Hi everyone, it's Roberta. I'm back. I had worked on this last night and forgot to turn the camera on this morning and had finished it, so I just wanted to show it to you. All I did was make these painty flowers. These are made with a hot pink and a peachy orange color mixed, not fully blended, to get variations in the colors, and two colors of greenish blues, turquoisey colors. And I painted pink in the background to get an outline that you can see on there. And then I just squiggled lines inside. It doesn't matter what kind you do. Cut them out. And then I used my Sharpies to color stems on them. Cut out a sentiment and added some of my hologram acrylic ink, so it's all shiny and glittery. I don't know if you can see it. And then I used that same color pink that I used to make the flowers, and in the background the candy pink, which is this hot pink. And I just used a paintbrush and smushed it around the edges, and then I used a black Sharpie to go around. And because this is extremely textured with many layers, there's no way to get into all the little holes and creases and whatnot, which is fine. So I did the edges as well as I could and came up a little bit on the side to give it more definition. So this is one that I'll be giving to a very dear friend of mine named Anna. I call her Anna Banana because she's crazy funny. I love her and I miss her. She lives in California. She's been a really good friend. So I just wanted to make her a little something and let her know how much I love and appreciate her. Okay, so this is the one that I have left. And I can see there's, I don't know if you can see the foil heart. You can't see the heart shape, but you can see little bits of the foil in the back here. And that was a piece of foil, a die-cut heart that I had added down along with all the paper. And you can see that I did the flower a little differently on this one. I did this kind of a flower, and on this one I did that kind. But honestly, you just come up with whatever kind of flower you want. This one I use white and black swirls. This one only has a black swirl. And so I also used this patina color from Folk Art by Plaid and went around the edge. A lighter version than what I did on this one. On this one, the candy pink, I went a lot heavier, and I like that. On this one, I did a lighter version, and then I also did the black Sharpie, but less on the border on this one as well. And so now I need to come up with a ribbon and a sentiment for this one. And I did want to add some ribbon to this one. Sometimes I like to add it on the edges like this. And then I can come around and do it on this end up here. But it already has the back, and that ribbon, or this lace ribbon, would make it really thick. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. So I'm going to look and see if I have a different color to use. I know I did this yesterday too, and I couldn't find anything then, so I don't know what makes me think I'd find anything today. silly, isn't it? You know, I could do white. Maybe I could try to find a way to use my inks and color it to make it match. Because this would be, I don't think it's as pretty. Even if I colored it, I don't think it would be as pretty. Not that I would leave all that. I would cut this here and cut it here, and then just leave enough over the edge to hold it. Maybe I just put another back on it, because I really do like this color. I could also just put it along this one side here, and then add a sentiment this way here. Could also hold it this way. Could do the ribbon along the bottom, and I don't like that. I was trying not to cover the foil because I like the foil on there. Could get close to the edge this way. I like the color. It just doesn't look right. I could put a sentiment up here, do this one different. Could even do it this way and do a sentiment coming down, which that would be different. So let me see what kind of sentiments I have. I have a lot because I just go on my computer and I think I'll use Jamie, Artist Poet Girl. I haven't used the one I did of hers yet. I think I'll do hers and just give her a shout out. Let me use my cutter. She always says, "Happy artin', y'all," at the end of her videos. And I'm not sure which. I did it in, you know, a couple of different fonts, so I'm not quite sure which font I want to use, but let me go ahead and try to cut this. And when I do these, I like to make them kind of thin. I don't like them to be too thick. Sometimes I like to use ink or paint to color the sentiment, and sometimes I don't. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do this one. It gets kind of harder to cut these the closer it gets to here, because then you can't hold it down. Alright, so I've got it cut to this strip, which I can cut along the top and get it thinner. So right now I'm just going to divide them up. These are the 3 different fonts that I printed it in. I can't remember the name of the font, but this would be one. And this one. I think I like the bolder one, but it's going to be too wide. Could actually just do it across the bottom and then put something up here. Alright. First I'm going to cut it down. This is going to be in 2 pieces. First is going to be what she says, and then it's going to be the shout out to her. make sure that I save all the paper strips in my little container. Doesn't matter how tiny it is. I mean, even something as tiny as that I end up saving, and that's how I get these crazy textures in the background. I just glue everything down. Alright, let me put these other ones away. So anyway, what I was saying is I go into Microsoft Word, and I no longer have that on my computer where it'll run for some reason. And so I got a different kind that you can get online for free. And I just create a table and then rows, and in each row I type in different text, and then I'll copy and paste each row of what is written down, and then I'll change the fonts so that I have the same sayings but in different fonts, because sometimes you want it thick and sometimes you want it thin, and sometimes you want it fancy and sometimes you want it plain, sometimes you want it bold, sometimes thin. Not sure placement yet. You know, I was really wanting to kind of go across like this, but this one is a little bit long, I think, for that, unless I cross over the leaves, which that would work. I don't think I like it there. It fits pretty good here. I might just go ahead and do it this way. And add some gems or something. Let me see if I have some, which I know I do. I just let me see what I've got. Don't really have any that would match with these bright colors on here. Although these greens kind of go. I don't know if I want to go with that color. And I think, let me see. I'm trying to see if this color Sharpie kind of goes with this color theme. Not as good as I'd like it to, so no on that. I don't have a little thing of just gems. Have them of those. I wonder if I could color these, although I think the shape is wrong on this, because these are all round and they come in with squares. Sometimes it just doesn't look right, but I'm going to cut them just to see. You never know until you test it out. Alrighty. I'll probably do 3. I hate how these don't have enough space in between, so you actually end up cutting on them. me try my smaller scissors. I try not to use these because these are for fussy cutting and I don't want to get them all gunked up. Alright, so let's see. It does kind of pull out the silver.